This point, Jake Paul's marketing genius has came to fruition. Down go Nate Robinson. You see, when you're a genius like Jake Paul, you don't actually climb through real boxing rankings and fight low-ranking boxers. No, you fight people that's never fought before, but have an actual name that you can feed off of, that you can thrive off of, like a parasite, to build animosity. Next down went Woodley, a promised, prized MMA fighter. Psychologically, he's a monster, right? He should be able to come in and beat this Disney star, no? This Vine star, no? No, knockout. Psychologically, he understands the markets, he understands where he can get in, and he understands where he can exploit it. Idol to idol, he rage baited the MMA community. Down went Silva. These are vicious, elusive, highly talented fighters in their prime. The eagle eye for seeing out old retired athletes and just bringing them back out into getting more work. However, in the ladder of success and the ladder of life, when people move up in life, people sometimes get a little big-headed. At this moment, Jake is really a very talented boxer. However, he got outbeat by a real professional boxer for the first time. And I believe it was this moment Jake Paul had an eye-opening moment, and he realized that he needs to relax a little bit. His marketing has got him to a point where this is not an investment that is a safe investment. And I believe from this point on, Jake Paul's career has been straight even more nonsense, considering he fairly took a little butt whooping from Tommy Fury. He did put them paws on him. His face was bruised up a little bit. He got a little bit in his left eye. Nice overhand rights. Oh my gosh. He was beating Jake Paul behind a little bit. Even though Jake got some nice shots into, Jake Paul is really good. But this was the eye-opening moment that Jake Paul realized, oh my gosh, I'm kind of in for
TNT Fury.
At this moment, he knew whatever he paid the judges wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. The rampage of the Fury that Fury put under the behind of Jake Paul after that ass whooping forced him to start just making nothing out of something. Nate Diaz, another MMA washed up. Nobody knows who Andre Augusta is or Ryan Borland. Michael Perry is a bare knuckle fighter. Mike Tyson is 59 years old. Julio Cesar Chavez hasn't even fought seriously even when he was a serious fighter. However, Julio Cesar Chavez is what made Jake Paul ranked on boxing official rankings now. Honestly, Jake Paul has just exposed the boxing world for what it is, and what the world for what it really is, and that money really matters over anything. Jake Paul, the MMA and senior citizen bully, has now officially entered the real boxing world. His resume, although consisting of quite beautiful knockouts and well-timed shots, although appear to inflict serious damage, is still blemishes that may question whether or not there is validity to the resume of Jake Paul. Jake Paul, the tale of Jake Paul, it has been beautiful. Disney star, Vine sensation, just money generating marketing genius that he is to now talented boxer. Is he really Anthony Joshua talented? Is he really Gervonta Tank Davis talented? Correct? Right? This is who he is now fighting. Mike Tyson was already everybody somewhat of a sham. Correct? In front of people, it looked like people were pulling shots. Both of them didn't really look like they were really fighting each other. It looked like a money grab, right? So now that Jake Paul is fighting real fighters, correct? and boxing has a lot of money involved. I'm curious to see what do we have in front of us with Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is one of the most dangerous people walking around the planet of this earth. And you're telling me that Jake Paul, even at cruiserweight, with all of Anthony Joshua's experience with Klitschko and the top heavyweight boxers in the world, he's been in there with the top of the world. Usyk, he's been in there with monsters. Didn't even get knocked out versus Usyk. You're telling me that Jake Paul, Disney Vine star, is going to step up and take on against Anthony Joshua after he said that, keep in mind, he was going to take on Gervonta Tank Davis, but Gervonta Tank Davis, what did he do? He pulled out of the arrangement, correct? Right? So now, this is the tail has Jake Paul has gotten so far. He's taken off to the point where now the fans have now to determine whether what we have in front of us is real or is this going to be a gimmick. Let me know how you feel in the comments. Do you think Jake Paul has all legitimate wins on his resume, or is he just lollygagging his way to superstardom in the boxing world and raking in all of the money that other boxers worked so hard to get into? I'm gonna play a clip of Joe Rogan that basically explained the same thing that I explained as I was making this video. I ran into a video of Joe Rogan speaking on the topic, and he pretty much had the exact same thing to say that I said. So I'm gonna let you guys listen to that on the way out. Thank you.
Who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're gonna fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division. Very upset that this YouTuber who's fought Tommy Fury, who's a legit boxer, and a couple other guys that were legit boxers. That's it. Like everyone else he's fought Ben Askren, who was really a wrestler. He fought Tyron Woodley, who was an elite MMA fighter, but not an elite boxer. He fought Nate Robinson, who was a basketball player. At least he's fought these guys. He fought Anderson Silva, and he dropped Anderson Silva. And Anderson Silva was a really good striker, but also in his 40s. Different time. It's not the same guy he used to be. This is a 34-year-old Anthony Joshua. This is a terrifying human being. Terrifying. Again, a guy who survived Usyk twice.